the goal is to build really good habits. Try to build less of a bad habit. If you in like, for example, um, if you can train yourself intuitively, this is why I've realized in Rubik's cubing, if you learn how to do a certain pattern, a certain combo, a certain way, and it's bad, once you do it thousands of times, it's kind of difficult to change your habit.
Welcome to the worst show, cause it's the worst show. Yeah. Okay, cue it.
Okay, what's up, guys? I'm Kyle the Worst. We have a special guest host today because Terrence is on tour. Lucky him. He's in Texas right now. By the time you watch this, he definitely won't be in Texas. But our co-host for today is Lydia France. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, what you like to do?
Got it. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm studying graphic design here. I make music. I'm a photographer and a graphic designer, and I like fashion.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we know each other because I've made music videos for you, and we're kind of like pretty well best friends as well.
Pretty
I
much.
wouldn't consider anybody that is my friend to be anything less than a best friend. So
That's fair.
So she's gonna join us. She's gonna fix the brain farts whenever I have them, just like Terrence does. We got a special guest today. He's a good friend of mine. Vaughn, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey man, hey, what's good, guys? My name is Vaughn. I'm from Cambodia. I came here in 2010 for a better life, and now I live in Colombia with my family. I shoot music videos. I just graduated from high school 2 years ago, and I just been shooting videos, and yeah.
So when did you? Excellent introduction. Clearly, like I have everybody else do the introductions because I'm absolute garbage at them. So you cannot do any worse than what I already do. But tell us, when did you come here from Cambodia? How old were you?
So I was 8 years old when I came here, and we didn't really came here with much. I used to live in a trailer house with my mom, my dad, and we kind of worked up from there. They used to work in they had really good lives in Cambodia, but coming here, all those education from a third world country, it doesn't transfer. So they had to start everything back from the ground. And my dad worked at the crafts food factory for about 10 to 15 years, and he tried to bring everybody else here to come to America, and he wanted to um, go up to a higher class, and by doing that you have to go through education, get better education. So that's what he did. Got a college degree, bachelor's at Columbia College, and he got his master's at Mizzou, and it's been like we just kept upgrading over time. Got from our
The Cambodia
lifestyle. From I'm sorry, I'm kind of
no, you're
my
good.
first time, guys.
Yeah.
From trailer house all the way to apartments, and now we have a middle class house, and we're still trying to
Continue to build
the higher level, and that's where I kind of found my purpose in life. Aside from VFX, I kind of listened to everybody and kind of followed the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy said I'm good at this video. I should be the greatest. I should shoot cool shit. Might as well do that. And I just did what people told me to, and I just let my environment dictate who I am instead of really think about what is true and what I should do.
What's true to you?
Yeah, to reach what I want to do, and I've found out is my greater purpose than seeking to find and be a guy that shoots VFX is to help my parents elevate class, and that's why I went to the day trading route with my father, and we developed this crazy business plan for many months, and we're on the process of executing it. I've been off social media for a while. I've learned that the industry is it's so deep, and there's things I've seen that's like, damn man, I can't really do that. And Plus, I apart from VFX and other things I do, I like no, I solved the Rubik's cube in fucking 10 seconds. I learned teaching myself how to
is
do that.
amazing.
Yeah.
And fucking, shoot photography. I didn't even, you guys know, I didn't want to do photography.
Really?
I only did it because the the label wanted me to do it, and I don't know, I didn't really kind of fight it because you want to shoot. When I got signed to a label, it wasn't just me wanting to shoot music videos, but we have to like make content,
Yeah.
in the label. So that's what I did, and picked up photography and learned. And the same thing happened with photography. Okay, bro, you're gonna be the greatest photographer. You're gonna shoot cool shit. You're incredible, and everybody's telling me the shit. But in my mind, I just had a process. I learned how to do shit. I can pick up new skills, but I'm not a creative person. I'm more of like an engineer than a painter.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And yeah, that's where I've been in the stock market, and I've learned the importance of, oh my goodness, a lot of people wanting to make it, but they don't have the necessary habits to do so. And you can have non-successful and successful people have the same goals. Each one a Ferrari, each want to be famous, but a successful person have the ability to sustain all those habits and crank out 8-10 hours every single day. Know how to grow from that and don't put in work. Know how to minimize losses and wins. Make sure you don't lose too big that it knocks you out the game. You lose small enough so it keeps you going, and you learn from your losses, learn from your failures.
Yeah. So, from the wins and the losses, kind of like that's day trading talk.
Yes.
Whenever I listen to it.
Yes.
You said you got into day trading because of your dad.
Yeah, because my dad.
How long has he been doing day
He's
trading?
been doing about 5 to 6 years now.
Yeah.
And at some points he made a lot of money. I'm so fortunate to not deal with what he had to deal. I could have my own type of failures I will undergo, but he kind of figured out everything from scratch.
Yeah, he did it so you can already learn from his mistakes rather than make them
he
yourself.
He spent like thousands of dollars on courses, tens of thousands.
That's how it goes. If you're really serious about day trading or anything, really, you have to invest within it.
Yeah.
Hope for the best, but also learn while you're hoping for the best.
Yeah, and the thing with like day trading is, if you come in with an ego, and that's everything in life, you go too much with an ego, you're prone. The market is gonna test. It's gonna humble you. It's gonna test your ego, and a lot of people like they make 50,000. I know a guy that made 200,000 and lost all the way down to 80,000. A guy that lost his whole life savings.
Yeah.
Into crypto. My dad made 10 grand.
Oh,
Have you
shit.
traded crypto?
As soon as it was like, not as soon as, but riding the wave of when it became popular.
Yeah.
That's whenever I like jumped in and threw $1 in.
Yeah.
Just like want to see what it was like, and it was exciting. But then I saw that it kept going down, and I was like, nah, I'm not here for this. I'm just gonna go like do some photos, take some videography and shit like that.
What got me into trading is funny ass story. People shouldn't get Robinhood or Webull if you're gonna be a successful day trader. You want to be consistent day trader. Don't get those apps. Those are like kind of made for the average Joe, easy to get into. If the masses are doing this and the masses are getting these like easy fucking get rich quick schemes, bro, chances are everybody's doing it, and chances are it's not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
It's not the rich way to do it.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yes. And
you can make money, but not very many people actually make money, and most of the time it's just a scam for the person that's at the top to make a bunch of money.
And like the goal is to be 1%, and that means we gotta do things where most people shouldn't.
You gotta look at it a little bit differently in your strategy.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, so yeah, what got me? I got Robinhood like a few years back, and I just like made an account. All my friends talking about it, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna see this shit. And then I didn't put any money into it. GameStop, they gave me a free GameStop share, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. But I didn't really care about it. I was like, oh, I bet. And then I fucking left, logged out. A year fucking later, I remember I was in Indianapolis, sleeping in the guest room, and I was like looking up like stock share. I was like, oh my god, AMC is fucking GM's going fucking crazy, bro. And I logged in my Robinhood account. Turns out I had the GameStop share in there. It went from $4 to as high as $360, and then went down
wild.
to 170, and I kept the 170. So it's like $360.
There we go.
you set it down, forgot about it, and you just walked into some cash later. That's fucking amazing.
The funniest shit. And I saw it. I was like, whoa, this people can manipulate stocks. People can like, pump and dump it. And part of day trading is also learning how to trade like OTCs and penny stocks, which is kind of similar to crypto, but they're in the stock market, and they're more regulated. Still, they can go up a few 100,000% up, and the goal is to only profit a bit of it. It's highly unlikely that we're gonna ride all the way up, but if you can make a small chunk of it, that'd be awesome. Same with like you're putting your money in the S&P 500 and top 500 companies, and it goes up 8-10% a year. And with day trading, there's some stocks out here that move 8-10% a day, 20%, 30%, 50%. And the goal is just to get out and make that quick 8-10% a day in the span of every single day, not every single day, every single week. And instead of waiting a whole year to make your money grow 8%, you can it accumulates over time.
So for people who don't know, like, can you explain what day trading actually is?
I have no idea.
Oh,
she doesn't know.
I have no
sorry,
clue.
guys.
I've been like, what are we
she's
talking
like,
about?
this is amazing, but I don't know what we're talking about.
Fascinated, but
So day trading is basically you're buying a piece of a company, right? And you're holding onto it, and the price goes up, and you sell it and you make profit.
Which that's called a stock.
Yes,
right.
stock. Mm-hmm.
So you're buying a piece of or a percentage of, and it's called a stock. You can buy a certain amount of stocks, and with that you get a percentage back, or you lose a percent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so as far as day trading goes, what's the difference between just like being in the stock market and day trading itself?
And there's different type of so day trading, you can trade within those the like hour. The most important hour is like 9:30 to like 11 or so. That's what most day traders, the most profitable times are. And some people they trade later on the day, and also after the market, and also pre-market, that you can profit from that day. And some people make fucking I'll go in a little bit how much money people be making on this shit. But also there's another thing called swing trading, which is you hold on to that piece for a few days or a few weeks, where it goes up, it goes down. And the cool thing with day trading is you don't have to just profit when it goes up. You also can profit when it goes down, which is called shorting.
Okay.
And
can you explain that?
It's basically, it's a kind of confusing concept for a beginner, but it's like someone buys and you're holding on to that piece, right? So you borrow shares from someone that bought, and you're holding on to it, and you're buying it back at a lower price. It's kind of weird, but you profit as it goes down.
Have you seen the movie The Big Short?
Yes,
I've seen it. So it's kind of like that with
Yeah.
the A's, the B's, the double A's, double B's, double C's
Yeah.
and stuff. And that's what caused like the housing crash, because that
Mhm.
Big Short, they bought in, they were giving a bunch of loans to people who couldn't technically afford those loans.
Yeah.
And eventually, whenever we hit like a recession,
Yeah.
all of it, like everybody lost their jobs. They couldn't actually afford them. So the price of said stock went down a lot. And that's why people were able to buy houses for a lot cheaper than what they actually costed when they first bought the house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that in a sense.
Yeah. The Great Recession. So people, I can only explain not in detail, but what happened was people can easily buy like houses or get loans with really, really low credit scores, and like everybody's into real estate, fucking you should hold on to these houses, you're gonna make hella money. A bunch of people started to do that, even with bad credit scores, and that was bad. Yeah, that ended up collapsing the economy for a bit.
I think credit itself is kind of crazy, because it's like we need to see that you're reliable enough we build this number that goes into what is it, like 800? Is that the max you can get?
Yeah,
for a credit score?
So.
And it's like
850.
you prove by us loaning you
Yeah.
a certain amount of money and you paying it back on time long
Yeah.
enough, and we'll give you this bigger score
Mhm.
so that you can get more amounts of money, and we'll trust that you can pay that back too.
Yeah.
And now they've got all these apps and stuff that just allow you to build your credit score while you just do
Yeah.
day-to-day shit.
Making more convenient for people to help themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. That's kind of what I've been doing for this last. I've realized all those things, all the VFX I've learned, all the cool videos I shot, the Rubik's Cube, all that shit. I did that with no process. I just did it.
Yeah.
And I just the more I did, the more I got better at it, and the more I can just think about what I should work on and just build. The goal is to build really good habits. Try to build less of a bad habit. If you for example, if you can train yourself intuitively, this is why I've realized in Rubik's cubing, if you learn how to do a certain pattern, a certain combo, a certain way, and it's bad, once you do it thousands of times, it's kind of difficult to change your habit. So, like a smoker, if you smokes every cigarettes. Sorry, guys.
Even fucking vaping, this
Yeah.
this shit will be the death of me. But
Yeah.
And people want to quit smoking cigarettes. This is a really cool way I've learned from this book called Atomic Habits. Is, so you ask someone like, okay, here's a cigarette. Two answers they could answer. Two different people. One could say, oh no thanks, I'm trying to quit. The other said, oh no thanks, I'm not a smoker.
yeah,
The one that said they're not a smoker, their identity is not a smoker. That means they're more or less likely to smoke again.
absolutely.
But someone that been smoking but haven't changed their identity, changed who they are, will still smoke. So a lot of people want to change their habits, but they don't change who they are. And here causes them to continually build bad habits or not sustain good habits.
It's
And it's a
yeah.
constant loop of that.
It's like saying if you're trying to do something, it's
Yeah.
basically just like you're counting down the minutes, the hours, the days until you're gonna do it again,
yeah.
rather than claiming it as your identity, which is, I mean, that's genius. I am a vapor, so
Yeah.
I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon. But
Yeah.
it's your identity, and if I started to say I don't vape, I would much rather, or I would be much more propelled to actually succeed
Yeah.
in that attempt, because I'm not attempting anymore.
Mhm.
I'm claiming that I don't do it.
Yeah, and what I've learned from especially that Space Hearts community. Space Hearts community is this insane, big fucking.
Tell people what it
So the
is.
Space Hearts community is this they have this the Discord, right, and they have this team of like insanely fucking crazy good excuse me VFX artists. Plus they have like a whole community of people that also shoot do VFX videos. They learn 3D modeling, they learn green screen stuff, they know how to composite, all a variety of things. And they're kind of splitting the load on videos. So like you have a big artist paying for a music video. This guy shoots it, he sends to his buddy, that guy does the VFX, and then that guy syncs up the video, that guy edits the video, that guy just put the sound designing and shit, and then they put it all together and they pay all the commissions.
Yeah.
And split the profit, and they can fucking, what's crazy about this shit, they can drop videos every single week, every single day, even just having these
Yeah, because
people-
they're assigned one task,
Yeah.
in a sense, and they're really good at that task.
yeah
It's like it's the perfect business model for any like capitalistic setup.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like you got a boss. He's the person that is the name,
yeah
and then he hires the 2 people that find the other 4 people to
Yeah.
do specific tasks.
yeah
And I mean, it's perfect. That's how it should be in a sense, because
Yeah.
it takes a lot of load off of you.
It's so insane. And like they're like, it's crazy is they're 15, 16, 17-year-olds. They're like younger than me. I like asked their age, like, bro, how old are you guys? Fucking 13, 14, 18. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like the oldest there. And they're doing way better shit than me. And I'm like, bro, I'm in this. I thought I was like that kind of humbled me a lot, you know? And just looking at these guys are so what's crazy with that identity thing we talked about, these guys are so fixated. They don't like, man, they don't think about like, man, we're gonna make it someday, man. They know they're gonna make it. they live that shit. All they do is breathe and talk about music. They don't talk about anything else, like, aside from their just music shit, which is how driven people should be. And that gave me a perspective, like, who's making it, who's not making it, and who's just doing it and just like not having that identity set yet. And what I've realized doing that, when you saw the little Chase music video that I did, just my recent post,
Yeah.
and that video I put over like 100 hours in just like in the span of 3 weeks, 8-10 hours a day, every single day.
Right.
And I've realized that the only way to get shit looking cool is to spend so much time on it. You gotta put in time on it. And if people aren't dedicated to put that time on a video, put that time on whatever, chances are, like, a lot of people just like they have jobs, so they gotta work the job. They cost time. They gotta hobbies that cost time, and then they end up only spending like on their music shit, on their video shit, on their entrepreneur stuff, an hour a day, 30 minutes. Some people don't even put an hour and 30 minutes. Everybody's one day is just gone. You put it next day, 1 hour next day. There's guys out here putting 8 hours every single day, every single week, 365 days, and for years. That's what .com Nirvana did. He put like fucking 10, 12 hours days until he just fucking kind of reached the industry, and then another 3 more years to get that shit going and start having enough skill to be prepared for big videos. That's what I've realized also. If things move too fast and you don't have the habits there enough to be prepared for that big thing, is gonna that's that big loss I'm talking about in the trading. You do not, the biggest thing you don't want to do, one of the biggest things you don't do is win too much in trading, because you're gonna put more money at risk. And I see a lot of people have that same thinking, and then I see these guys like, oh, this is how you should do it. It's possible to do it. And a lot of people tell themselves, man, I can't fucking keep a routine. I can't wake up at this time, because they don't have that identity. Like, you're not born not being able to, like, if you're not born a certain person. It's what you do that makes you that certain person.
Well, and the experiences, and like, I'm sure you're putting in tons of time into what you're passionate about, which it sounds like day trading is what your like main interest is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But where do you think like the aggressive patience and like learning things constantly just to like prepare for the future of its success comes from within you?
So what I've like my what drives this ambition?
Where'd you get your mentality from? Like, is it your childhood? Is it like
that book? just reading like motivational books, reading self-help books, that works. Like, a lot of people, like, what I've realized, I have some friends that play video games, and I used to be I was like top 74 in the nation in the game one time.
What game?
Fortnite. when the season 2 came out, I just fucking, there were kids playing it, so fuck it, dude. Let me get a bunch of kills. And I didn't really focus on being the top. I just wanted to just fuck people up, just kill, get a lot of kills.
You wanted to do it for fun.
I just want. That drives me. It feels good. I love the process, not being the top. And what I've realized, like that ambition that came out for me is just that book, and also with day trading is being like more connected with my dad, my family, and they're noticing that I'm like working on myself. I'm waking up consistently. I used to like fucking sleep fucking at 7 a.m. in the morning, bro. And then I wake up in the afternoon. I did that for so long, especially in the label. Things are always chaotic. Out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Like, what the fuck's, like, we're going to the Indianapolis at 1 a.m. Like, damn, fucking fuck it, I'm do it, And
how long are we gonna be there?
I'm
not really sure.
I'll drive, bro.
Actually.
Shit, and I've done that a bunch of like.
I did the same shit.
Yeah,
that's like
it's
where
so
we
fun.
For people who don't know, we haven't even actually gone into like how we met or anything. Vaughn reached out to me one time because he noticed the music videos I was making, the photography, I'm assuming, and wanted me to start working with him and the label. And that's where we kind of got interconnected, started working together, and that's where I like realized Like first off, whenever you reached out to me and I saw your page, it gave me so much more motivation and confidence in myself because I already
Yeah.
saw what you were doing, and
Yeah.
you're a badass at it. Like there's
I
no
appreciate
questions
that,
that,
man.
yeah. But that fueled my mentality of like, okay, now I've got this opportunity, and we started working together, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then you kind of started getting driven more into something else, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah, and it's like it's more possible than people think, but people gotta be more self-aware of what they're doing every single day. And I've learned how to decrease. That's why I'm kind of off social media. I deleted every single one of them, and then I realized like YouTube was taking like fucking 4 hours, Snap was taking like 2 hours, Instagram was taking another 2 hours, and then I only have so much hours in the day that I'm only spending on my shit, and just like getting too sidetracked on other things. So I delete everything and I reduced fucking by like 90%.
Your productivity level probably went
Yeah.
skyrocketed.
And if you can, and here's the thing, people, self-discipline is the best self-discipline like advice. Just if you want better self-discipline, just decrease things that might trigger your bad habits and increase things that gonna trigger your good habits. So that means like if you want to quit smoking, just fucking throw away your cigarette. Don't drive to a fucking gas station. Just don't pass it even.
Yeah.
Fucking if you want to stop watching TV, hide the remote. Fucking take the batteries out and
Sell
hide
your
the remote.
TV. Sell your TV. Fuck it.
Turn your TV. Like shit. Do a shit like that. I drank more water because I put the water cooler in my room. I start drinking water every single day.
Yeah, you gotta. It's like you were saying with the books. Like people say you are what you eat.
Yeah.
But you're also what you read. You're
Yeah.
also what you surround yourself with on a daily basis. So if you're
Yeah.
surrounding yourself with things that end up at the end of the day making you
Yeah.
feel like shit, what do you think you're gonna result to? The other things that make you feel like shit that you're already
Exactly.
doing.
Yeah, and whatever. And this drove me to trade even more because my dad's trading, I'm trading, the environment is just trading, and we're always talking. I'm motivating him, and he motivating me, and I love to see him happy that I'm following the tradition as well, And it's not even about the tradition I seek, but the process, the manual control. Like if you lose, that's up to you. If you win, that's you. All your success is up to you, and how much you do. And I'm constantly exposed with that type of environment, so I just do, and I don't even like it's if you focus on like the bad things about you, it's just gonna look like a long fucking journey. But I'm like, dude, I'm cool not doing fucking even making money from the stock market in 6 years, doing 10 hours a day and not seeing progress. But the real progress is the habits. Real progress is the consistency, the being able to recognize patterns, all those little factors. Like, for example, you like look at yourself as like a bike that you wanna, and you take all the bike apart, every fucking bolt, every tire, every fucking gear, and you improve it one by one. Just 1% of like each of those.
You can't ride the bike yet.
Yeah.
But by the time that bike's all put together and you've fine-tuned every little instrument,
it's gonna be a new person.
It's gonna be a new bike.
Yeah. And yeah, man, and that like if people see this more about themselves, and like the biggest thing what I've realized about myself also